Hi, this is Kevin Croak, head coach at UCD Rugby Club. In this series of interviews, in conjunction with club sponsor Crow, we talk to past and present players who share their memories of the club and how it has impacted their career both on and off the field. In this video, I catch up with Ross Molony. He shares with us his memories of UCD, his transition into Leinster, and not playing in a colours match yet. So maybe to get us started, Ross, you might give us a rundown through your rugby career to date and some of your experiences with UCD.
Yeah, so I left school in 2013 and I was pretty certain that I was going to go join UCD Rugby Club. Had a kind of strong family connection there, and kind of always never really thought about joining any other club as long as I got my my college course. So thankfully I did get that. I went into originally went into engineering in UCD, and obviously started up with the under-20s. And would have played with like a lot of the lads I went to school with, and then also a lot of the lads who I played against while I was in school. So that was obviously a really enjoyable year. The next year, then kind of started played a full year really with the seniors under Bobby. That was a really enjoyable year. Again, we weren't as successful as we would have liked to have been, but I had some really enjoyable moments, which kind of shaped up then going in that transition maybe, because the year after I would have gone up to a development contract with Leinster. And I would have probably played the first half of the season with UCD. And again, the same characters. I would have had a lot of the lads, I think at one stage our back line was something like Ross Byrne was playing 10. I think Gary was 13. We had Adam Byrne on a wing. Rory Loughlin was in there for a year at one stage. I better not leave anyone out here, so I'll just stop naming people. And that kind of relationship you build playing with lads is really stands to you like now playing with Leinster. Some of these lads who I'm playing with at the moment, I would have started my journey with from school and then again from under 20s. So I suppose UCD played a huge part in kind of shaping that relationship with people, and as well as on a rugby side of things, there's so many lads I played with when I was in UCD who socially, I'd still be in contact with now. And again, lads are all over the kind of the lads move away and they don't play with UCD for that long. And you look at the likes of Patter, Timmins. I think it was this time last year, I went over to New York and met up with Patter. So, it builds huge relationships and connections, which still stand to us today.
Ross, do you have a particular game that is a favorite memory from playing in UCD?
I remember I always loved playing in the bowl. I loved the facility, the pitch, the changing room, just everything about it. I just loved playing in it. And I loved the fact that teams, could kind of come there and we'd be a kind of a bit of a force there. So it'd be quite a tough place for teams to travel.
So you're saying you haven't played in the colours. What's your view, or what's your take, or what do you think of the colours from having not played in it? So some of the lads have said there's their view on it changed having been involved in it. Kind of what's your take on it having not been involved yet? We'll stick a yet in there.
Yeah, not yet. I think, to be honest, I've been going to colours games for probably my whole life, to be honest, because my dad would have brought me when I was young. It's nearly a different atmosphere just being at it. I can't imagine what it's like to play in it, but it's one of those games that it doesn't need, you don't need to get up for it, if you get me. That just happens. That's just naturally going to happen because it's has so much meaning and so much history in the game that that kind of side of things take care of itself. I suppose the worry there is it kind of lets it distracts you from the actual performance side of things itself. But just being at it, I was at one in the bowl where I think it was free entry with a student card, I don't know if you remember that year, but they had a barbecue on, and just the atmosphere around the place was just class. And I think UCD won with Dortz's kick in the last play. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. So like these are the games that just stand out when anyone looks back on any sort of rugby career. So they're pretty special.